Hi, hello, it's Victor from Grautism Studio and it's the fifth and the last episode of Orwell. So what we found that Mr. Goldfels is actually Gunther Aarons and he's considered dead in the country he immigrated from, and there was a lot of stuff going on in the last episode. The Initiate broke into the Orwell and compromised Benjamin Costigan, which is the guy that watches us working, and so on. Let's go to the next day. Episode 5, Under the Spreading Chestnut Tree. Good morning, investigator. Since you have the most powerful investigative tool at your disposal, I suspect you already know who I am. You, on the other hand, have been a hard-working investigator so far. You've been proved Orwell is working as intended. I will be your new advisor on this case. This has become far too important to leave the case to an advisor with an exposed identity. Science is well, but no longer fit to work on Orwell. Moving forward, we will not speak about him again. As far as you are concerned, he never existed. With yesterday's reveal of Orwell, sympathizers of this terrorist group have taken to the streets. We won't allow some fools to trample on everything we have achieved. We must get rid of the impostor pretending to be Abraham Goldfels, find out who did it and where they are hiding. What a beautiful tree of contacts have grown in this 5 episode. Headlines. House of Government employee vandalized after his private address got exposed. Anti-Orwell protesters. We will have a conference call at 4 p.m. sharp. We know Abraham Goldfels is dead. Someone must be impersonating him. This is as clear as crystal. We must act swiftly and collect as much evidence as possible before this gathering commences. Thought it's certainly up to no good. As you know, processing data chunks is time consuming. I would say we have time for roughly 20 data chunks. Me consider it. We are at Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. You and me, we are done. We were at the Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. This is where Harrison O'Donnell did his dirty work, probably thinking we should not be able to track him down. We will track him. I have gone through the information we have on the remaining suspects regarding the impersonation of Abraham Goldfels. We have received information from a reliable source that O'Donnell is probably the leader of Thought. O'Donnell predicted the bombings. This alone makes him suspicious. We have no idea why O'Donnell hid the post on the Thought blog and his timeline. We are yet to clarify why O'Donnell would frequenting a drugstore so often. Perhaps he provided the bomb materials. Why would O'Donnell have 2 health insurances? It is apparent that Harrison O'Donnell might well be part of the pontoon bombings. He's probably the one impersonating Goldfels. I want you to prove this and lock him away for good. Harrison, former admin and handsome. PC, Love You Hancock, Rebel Punk, browser history. This confirms Harrison O'Donnell is behind the exposure, but we knew that already. UID, his SkyChat, contacts, Jules. Good, keep an eye on her as well. And Cassandra. Let's see what would happen. Alpha time is up. Stay diligent and considerate. Phone of Juliet Carrington. You were here entire weekend and that's why the tracker says, but no one authorized you to do so. Goldfels Abraham. Goldfels is dead. Why do you expect to happen on his phone line? Maybe someone will call. You were there entire weekend. That's what the tracker says, but no one authorized you to do so. That seems unusual. Why was she at work then? Don't hide anywhere you have been to in last 24 hours. A useful hint: if you encounter any hints to hideout locations, be sure to validate them by checking where they have stayed before first. My damn phone is gone. Wait, so let's go to the phone and let's upload the positions. I have been working out a plane in hiding today. I need to call upon your help to make it happen. So they're going to try and attack Orwell once again? Well, let them come. Let's go for the last location. It's almost 4 p.m. We will most likely only have time for one more upload. Make sure it counts. Okay, so let's say she was in Farview and I probably wasted. It's 4 p.m. And what did we achieve? Nothing. You screwed up completely. Now to wait and see what H5PNS. What? Am I supposed to know what data chunks are good if I can't find nothing? He's showing us something. What happened? What's happening? I'm really confused right now. What is this? Who are you? A fool who is baffled by the madness he just witnessed. Otherwise initiate. We glad your decision to join us. That's completely unintended. What do you mean you're in the call, aren't you? Yeah, I'm also in Orwell. In Orwell? Abby sent me an IP address to get into Orwell. It makes hacking the damn thing incredibly easy. He did what? And that worked? Like a charm. I know kinda control the damn thing. It's really, really worrying. Come again, you have Orwell on a freaking leash? Fucking great. How does that worry you? The control is limited and the Gov will get the control back at some point. But this isn't my primary concern. What makes me nervous is why would Abraham have such extensive knowledge of Orwell? This whole thing reeks of an enormous trap. He wouldn't betray us. No, he wouldn't, but you're right. Something's very strange is afoot. We should get out right now. And this is the point where it gets even worse. I had a quick look at this file. You would not believe what it says. Abraham is dead. He died quite some time ago. What? That's impossible. I thought that when he first disappeared, but I put it to the back of my mind. What became of him? Dead? No. Abraham, how? It was very sick, cancer. You old fool, why couldn't you tell us? He gave Nina the orders for the bombings after his demise. This means someone has been setting her up real bad, and not only her. All of us. Who the fuck would do such a thing? I'm not getting info on who or why. What a pity, but it does prove my point. Wait, what do you mean, Jules? It was me. I set you up. What? What the fuck? What? I'm even more confused right now. I can't believe it. Where is this going? Are you for real? Are you telling me you told Nina to place those bombs? I did. I'm not proud of it, but it had to be done. The hell why? You and Nina, you two ruined everything for Abraham and for Thought. So you decided the leaving me wasn't enough for revenge. You had to kill innocent fucking people and blame it to all of Thought. It was necessary. Only when things are at their darkest will people listen, take note, and actually enact change. AB knew that. Extreme, it's goddamn murder. I know, damn it. Believe me, I know. You are the reason I was in custody? Jules, how could you do that to me? Thought needed to be destroyed, that was the whole point. Instead of seeking me out and arresting me, Orwell labeled you all target persons and investigated you all. Screw up your lives. People need to see how fucked up Orwell is. It's not protection, it's invasive and manipulative doom for everyone. No one is innocent, everyone is a suspect. I want to make the world stand up against things like Orwell. He knew he did what he worked on Orwell. This confirms what I feared, but didn't want to believe. If so, he could have. Oh my god, it's too fast. He was afraid, he thought nothing could never change if he did. Can you blame him? He told me everything, and only me. Just realized you're actually a much better, yet much worse activist than Nina or me could ever be. That's admirable in a strange and very fucked up way. You're nothing but a bitch, a liar, and a killer. Oh, just shut up. Just shut up! This is madness, Julie. It feels Cassie, then you pulled me into this. All those poor people who suffered at your hand. I still don't get it. Why draw all of this attention to Thought? You didn't convince anyone by your actions. Why this gathering? Why let me hack Orwell? Just need to convince one person how faulty Orwell was. Costigan, the guy who leaked information about, was the man on the inside, only an advisor. The person who has really been spying on you is still around. The person who actually went through your stuff passed on the data. Let's find out the investigator. Okay, so we are compromised, and what now? Now you that saw Orwell firsthand, do you really think that this system will help anyone? Do you think the government would not spy on you as well? If you think you were outside the system, think again. They evaluate even you. AB knew that. But we can stop it. Remember, you became recruited for being outside of the system, outside of the nation? What if we show people what they store about you? That even you are not outside of the system, that no one is outside of the system. All you need to do, investigator, is upload the data they have on you, incriminating it. I would like to offer an alternative, investigator. Just so happens that the certain Catherine Delacroix is in these files too. I say we make use of the facts. We have control over Orwell. Let's use it as a weapon and turn it against the government. There should be some dubbing in here. Voice acting, like, I wanna hear the voices. Here's Cassandra's file. Know what's funny about your file, Joseph? It says here you were offered a release of Cassandra for info on Thought. Well, this is just great. See how fucked up all this is? It's exactly what we needed to show people. Show them how we've all been affected. Get them to fight us. I shall speak on behalf of Nina then. I only realize now it might have been my fault Nina got investigated in the first place. But it's all clear, the investigator isn't responsible for hunting her down like this. Perhaps the investigator didn't know any better, and we know Nina was guilty. It does not strengthen my trust though. But then investigator arrested Harrison. No, we cannot trust such a person. Meaning the final verdict is not a single vote to trust the investigator. Are we finally going to do this my way? Well, my plan to gather support for you failed, investigator. But if you still want to fulfill my plan, go and give Delacroix hell. You will find something dirty. Investigator, it's time to make up your mind. Please, you can tear down the entire system. Just complete my plan, please. I will turn the Lacroix into a target person. Think I can easily activate access to her PC for you as well. Do the right thing. Finally, I thought this disturbance would never end. The backend engineers say we had an unwanted guest. We already know it was thought. It was about time to undo them. We must be strong. We must show these people for what they are. The nation's safety is depending on it. Find a way to incriminate them together as a group. All we need is a hint that Abraham Goldfeld intended this group to carry out terrorist actions. We could trace the attack back to the remote PC. I will now manually unlock this PC for you. Hard choices! Welcome! Nina Maternova is dead for no reason. I really want to arrest her because she do the terrorist thing. How did you? Why are you looking at my computer? You are supposed to trace the source of the intrusion. Leave my PC alone now. You would not want to be assessed as traitor, would you? Well, I kinda don't care. See, as advanced as Orwell might be, it won't gather much from a switch-off PC. Goodbye, investigators. Soon you will find yourself wishing you had listened to my warnings. Undo thought. What do you mean undo thought? Your sister Mbali, our home in Cape Town. Mr. Tempa Van Pylon, intern at Rosen Technologies Ltd, February to June. I will found a cell for this guerrilla war. Then I will recruit members, call to arms, then we start acting, even committing bombings, possibly killing people. Thought declared terrorist union. The Lacroix reveals evidence against Thought founder. Activist group declared the terrorist union, reminding with the successful investigation in the Bonton bombing case, the government has announced to advance the Orwell project to full operation. Through Orwell, the government promises all clients, blah blah blah. Police cracks down successfully on terrorist group Thought. All known members now in custody. Last Thought member, Juliet Carrington, was arrested last night. Investigator wanted for arrest. Investigator and with activist group Thought wanted for immediate arrest. Whether the home country will comply to the extradition request remains to be seen. The investigator, who is likely to be in possession of insider information on their surveillance project known as Orwell. Okay, so this is the end of the story. It will be probably the shortest video. Let's sum it up. So we've arrested all the Thought group responsible for the bombings, and they wanted to arrest us. Yeah, so there's the Ignorance in Strength, which I'm gonna be recording soon, not really soon, but sooner than later, and but before it I want to record some different video games. Let me know what you think of using such advanced system in investigating terrorists. I really want to see some discussion about it in the comments. If you watch to this moment, write Orwell in the comments. You have links in the description below. See you in the next game. Bye!